Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to read you this real quick. Migo Bands actually finally speaks. Now, you know, Migo Bands was at the shooting when Takeoff passed away, but he appeared to, according to the video that was leaked, he appeared to be gripping up a firearm, and there appeared to be an altercation. So he explains that. He actually breaks his silence and explains exactly what's going on. So let me get down to where he said it. Now it says here his name is Willie Bland, who is associated with the Migos camp. That's Migo Bands. His name is Willie Bland. He attempted to shoot at Joshua during an altercation, according to documents. Now Joshua, as you guys call Little Cam, Fifth Ward. Now it says here, according to documents, Quavo was arguing with Mike Prince, Cameron Joshua, which is Lil Cam, Fifth Ward, and Christopher Watkins over a dice game. Apparently Joshua and the other man won the money. Bland said Quavo turned to walk away from the argument. He noticed that Joshua said something and began to pull out a gun, so he reached and punched him. So Migo Band said, because you remember there, before the shooting took place, there was some type of altercation. According to Migo Bands, he said he hit Joshua. Now Bland, he told investigators that after he punched Joshua, Watkins began to run towards him. And he said he thought that the two men were about to rob Quavo. So he shoved Watkins, and that's when he heard gunfire erupt, according to documents. Bland thought Joshua was shooting at him, so he pulled out a gun and fired 3 shots into the direction documents show. Surveillance video captured Bland firing into the bowling alley, where Joshua was seen running inside. Investigators said none of Bland's bullets hit Takeoff during the shooting. According to documents, surveillance video shows Clark firing multiple shots into Takeoff's direction. Now that's DJ Pat. Now surveillance video also showed that Joshua did not fire any shots during the shooting, but that he ran inside the bowling alley. Documents also show that Clark was captured on surveillance video running from the scene of the crime and leaving in a gray Ford F-150 with Texas license plate KSY 0326. After the shooting, Clark reportedly made a phone call to professional boxer Shakur Stevenson, who was at the scene at the time of the shooting. Surveillance video also showed Clark entering the bowling alley with Stevenson and leaving with him afterwards, according to documents. So Bands is actually talking to investigators, so that answer our questions there. So in this article, a lot of questions that we had watching that original video has been answered. Some, why I say somewhat, is because we're getting one side of the story. We're getting Migo Band's side of the story, but I had been wanting to hear his side of the story for a while. And I also wanted to know where was his whereabouts, but investigators, they have to know where his whereabouts are. Gotta know, because he spoke to investigators according to that article. So the key points to take away from this article is he is cooperating. And number 2, before the shooting started, there was some type of scuffle or some type of altercation. He said that's at that point, that's when he hit Joshua, which is Little Cam, Fifth Ward. And then you see Lil Cam, Fifth Ward running into the bowling alley. So they did confirm that was Lil Cam, Fifth Ward. And also he said that he saw Lil Cam trying to pull out a firearm and he hit him. And then another guy approached him as well, and the shots rang out. Okay. And so he did say that he did hit Joshua, because we were trying to figure out in the video who actually threw the punch and who got hit. Now, here's what's also interesting that I took away from the article, right? He said that he fired 3 shots at Joshua, but he didn't get arrested. Because as of right now, there's nothing there to indicate that Migo Bands got arrested, which is his what do you call, or maybe, I mean, his government name is Willie Bland. To my knowledge, he has not been arrested, so maybe they're taking it as self-defense. Maybe they are. And also maybe the gun that he was using was registered. But this is going to help the case. But also, one question that hasn't been answered yet: who shot first? Now, we kind of got an idea on how this started. Just tempers flared, and maybe alcohol was involved. I don't know. But the tempers definitely flared. According to one witness, they were arguing the whole night, and this just shouldn't have happened. Like, shots shouldn't have rang out. But I think, this is what I think. When they were in the crowd, when tempers were flaring, right? Somebody saw Migo bands gripping that gun. And it heightened their awareness, and it just escalated. The old saying goes is this: never grip up or pull out unless you're going to use it. Because if someone see you with that firearm, they're going to feel threatened. I think that's what escalated. Obviously, and then on top of it, he's gripping a firearm, and then on top of it, he hit somebody. So I honestly believe that's what started it. But the only issue is this one question hasn't been answered yet: who shot first? Because right now, everybody's putting a murder on DJ Pat. Okay, DJ Pat did it. DJ Pat did it. Okay, fine. He might have done it. But who shot first? Who shot first? It's very important, because if DJ Pat didn't shoot first, he's gonna probably try to argue self-defense. He's gonna try to argue it. And Texas is a gun-friendly state. Okay. It's a very NRA-friendly state, okay? A lot of people got firearms in Texas. So this is going to be very important. But another thing is, when the police came out to the media and held that press conference, they were quick to say that DJ Pat had a trip planned. No, they didn't say he had a trip planned. He's trying to get to Mexico with an expedited passport and an undisclosed amount of money. They said a large sum of money. That's what they said. Now, my question from that is, did he have the trip planned already? So his lawyer is going to argue that as well, which he's already argued that in a press conference yesterday. Saying, also her client is innocent until proven guilty, and don't rush to assumptions. But we all know we're in a society, with all of these smartphones, right, that we have available. This is my older phone. I'm using my newer one. With all this technology, this is a computer. This phone that I have right here is far more powerful than my first laptop ever. My first laptop was an IBM. This is far more powerful. I would have never thought this much power would be in my phone. Actually, I did think that technology would eventually catch up. I did. But we have so much technology at our fingertips, but yet people just believe what anybody think. It's like, I think because of all the information that's coming at us, and so much is coming at us, our attention span is even lower. Because you would think that just go research it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm saying a lot of people that I see covering this, covering this story, I call it the misinformation sector, or the, what do you call it? The clickbait sector, or whatever you want to call it. And people are just going with these stories. But one thing I just want to note for this video: Migo Bands is cooperating. That's what I want to say. He's cooperating, which is good. I'm glad that he's cooperating, because I want to know, why did he feel the necessary to be gripping up in the video? Now, according to him, he's worried about, Joshua. He thought that it was going to rob Quavo or whatever. Which don't really make sense, because why would they rob him? They already took his money. They said they broke him on the dice game, but I don't know, man. I just think at the end of the day, they shouldn't even been at that dice game. But lightning struck twice here. I want to close with this. Lightning struck twice. at a dice game. The Prince, was it Jay Prince Jr.? Jay Prince Jr. at a previous dice game, Duke the Jeweler died. Lil Cam was there, so I don't know. I don't want to, I think they should investigate that as well to see if they could try to solve that. It could be more arrests coming. Now, a lot of people saying that, well, who's snitching? Who's snitching? Well, do you think that Migo Bands is snitching? That's my question to you, because people keep talking about snitching and stuff. Well, obviously he talking. Do y'all think that's snitching? Drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel with this new information. Guys, do me a favor, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. Give me a like also. That'll be greatly appreciated. That helps out the video and sharing. And yeah, for all the new subscribers we received, thank you. Also the new membership, thank you. And I will catch you next video. Peace.